Hi everybody, day 4 of shelter, and I promise to show up every day, and I promise to show up authentically. So what you see is what you get, and today has been a very introspective day for me. I've really felt like there's a reset button that has been pushed, an opportunity to pause, an opportunity to really slow down and to turn inward. And if you haven't watched the commercial that I posted prior to this video, I'd love you to pause this video and go and watch the commercial and then come back and listen to what I have to say. So it'll have a little bit of relevance to where I'm going today. So if you've watched the video, I think the things that really stood out for me was the busyness of life. Us being busy. And there were two parts of that video that really stood out for me. And there were words that said, there goes a day, a week, a month, a year. The more I did, the less I cared. And that really stirred me, because I thought if we're busy on autopilot doing what we do, it's really important that we in this season maybe connect with what it is that we do, and perhaps get to grips with why we do what we do. And going back to our own value system and what's important to us. And I think the video probably prompted me to think about the ones that I love, the ones that I care about. I think about my ma in Cape Town and how seldom I get to see her. And when I do, it's always a short snap visit. I try and make it quality time, but it's just not enough. I don't share enough in her world. And I think it brings me to another point of where we find ourselves right now, with a lot of people that are maybe isolated, alone, going through whatever they're going through. And it's an opportunity for us to reach out, to really engage with what's important to us, and to show up in that space in an authentic way. So as you think about this, I would like you to think about the video and think about what emotions came up for you when you listened and watched the commercial. And perhaps even what thoughts came up with those feelings as you watched. And how are those thoughts influencing your feelings? And once you've done a little bit of thinking around that, what are you learning about yourself through this experience? So those are 3 questions. The first one, check in with your feelings. What are the thoughts that are associated with those feelings? Because it's going to give you some data, some information to work with. And what are you learning about yourself? What is standing up for you? You know, perhaps the things that I've highlighted in that video weren't areas that stood out for you. For me, it really touched a zone, because my hiding place has always been my busyness. And I deal with many people on a daily basis that's lives are hooked and lost in the busyness of life. They are just busy with being busy. And the question I'm asking you today is, what are you busy with, and why are you doing what you're doing? And look at the emotions that are associated with that when you start to go inward and think about your answers to these questions. Have a super day further, and I'll see you tomorrow.